Welcome. Note, this script is a guide to the evening and is no means something you have to follow verbatim. Feel free to interject your own stories, jokes, comments as the evening progresses. Welcome one and all to the FNSS Music Winter Concert. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Mr. Nelson. I teach advanced sciences up at the high school, but for tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I will be your wonderful MC. Now I know my sciences, but I also know some good music when I hear it. So ladies and gentlemen, you are in the right place. Tonight there will be 4 amazing ensembles performing for your listening pleasure. The Senior Concert Band, Tour Band, Sax Quartet, and the Senior Jazz Band. All have been working really hard every day to bring some beautiful music to your ears. So sit back, relax, and have a jolly time tonight. But before we kick things off, let's run through some housekeeping items. First of all, please mute your cell phones. Try and remain seated and in the room while the band members are performing, but if you do need to leave, please do so quietly using one of the back doors. Finally, we highly suggest staying to the end of the concert, as all these bands are awesome and they totally rock. With that out of the way, let's slide on our snow boots, saddle up those reindeer, wrap some presents, and get on with the show. First of all, we have the Senior Concert Band. This band is made up of kids new to the high school in grade 8, all the way up to the band veterans of the grade 12s, though only 2 of those remain. They're both in my physics class, so 10 points to them for being able to juggle all the work, but just don't get your tinsel in a tangle. I'd also like to give a shout out to Miss Maddie Wark, who is turning 13 today. Let's give her a big... And for the record, this may be a Christmas and winter themed concert. However, that's not the only music they'll be playing. Which should be fine, because I've been seeing Christmas lights and decor up since November 1st. We don't have to be overdoing all the Christmas stuff. But fear not, Christmas lovers, each band will still be playing a festive Christmas tune. The first piece of this evening is entitled Armory. Written by Randall D. Standridge, Armory is a loud and bombastic piece, capturing its intensity from the dark and foreboding soundtracks of action movies and video games. Now prepare yourself, as this piece takes you on a journey through the battlefield. When street rat Aladdin frees a genie from a lamp, he finds his wishes granted. However, he soon finds that evil has other plans for the lamp and for Princess Jasmine. But can Aladdin save Princess Jasmine and his love for her after she sees that he isn't quite what he appears to be? Oh, we all know and love the Disney classic Aladdin. And with it being this year's local musical, Mr. J saw it fitting to play this collection of Aladdin's greatest hits. Prepare yourself to enter a whole new world. Up next, we have another classic piece entitled Amazing Grace. Redemption, forgiveness. Here is Amazing Grace. A Christmas Festival, originally arranged in 1952, combines tunes from all aspects of the holiday season. You'll hear many classics, such as Deck the Halls, Silent Night, and Good King Wenceslas, just to name a few. So to end off Kent Concert Band set, let's get jolly with a Christmas Festival. We'll now transfer over to the tour band, so hold your reindeer. Tour band. Before the sun even begins its morning greeting, the students of the tour band are preparing their instruments, stands, and their cranky morning attitudes for practice every Monday and Thursday. It's an impressive feat. And tonight, you get to enjoy the wonderful music they have worked so hard to prepare. The first piece this evening is Ascend, Movement 3 of Georgian Suite, by composer Samuel Hazo, driving an energetic piece with light, intricate melodies featuring a feeling of flight to the listener. We hope you enjoy Ascend. The next piece is Where Mountains Touch the Sky. Where Mountains Touch the Sky is a tone poem inspired by springtime in the alpine meadows of British Columbia. With sensitive scoring and use of colors and textures, this descriptive piece builds a perfect, majestic image of the mountain ranges of our beautiful province. Here is Where Mountains Touch the Sky. fascinating world of Renaissance music comes to life with this spirited setting of 3 dances from the danserie. Harmonic, rhythmic, and dynamic surprises begin with a light and delicate ronde, continue with a lively, boisterous salere, and finishes with the stately grand ronde-allude. This well-scored arrangement is true to the original and takes advantage of the many colors available to the modern concert band. An exhilarating journey into music history. Whoa, that's a lot of music terminology, so you know it's got to be good. Enjoy Country Renaissance Dances. The 3-Minute Nutcracker is an elegant mashup of your favorite classic movements, all rolled into an easy 3-minute bite. Well, it claims to be 3 minutes, but many members of the band will argue on that topic. But before the debate starts up again, let's get to the song. Wonderful. 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 Amazing job, guys. Coming up next is a wonderful sax quartet, only minutes away, so stay tuned. Also take this opportunity right now to mention the words I'm speaking, or at least the sensible words I'm speaking, were written by Thomas Goff. All of the mispronunciations and those things are mine, but good job, Thomas. Hello and welcome back. Now we're going to have the FNSS Sax Quartet, which features Jordan Streeper on the Barry sax, Hannah Goff on tenor sax, Aiden Streeper on alto sax, and Kenzie Ochar on alto sax. I spent the intermission trying to think of a better name for the group than the FNSS Sax Quartet. I've got 3 suggestions in increasing order of goodness. Okay, my first suggestion, the Streeper Brothers and the Ladies. Second suggestion, Ochar Goff and the Boys. But I finally hit it. There was a moment of revelation. I almost ran out here. It's the O-Go Streeps. So, introducing the O-Go Streeps. They meet off timetable after school 2 times per week. They'll be playing 3 pieces tonight. The first piece they're going to play is Away in a Manger. Take it away. next piece will be Angels We Have Heard on High. And now one of my favorite songs, so it's often sung at me rather than with me. You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. Wonderful. Our next group will be the Senior Jazz Band. So hold on to your Santa hats. Here they come. final rock star performance of the night is from the Senior Jazz Band. I would like to thank you all for sticking around for the end, and I promise you won't regret it, because this band, made of kids from grades 7 to 12, is incredible. This group also meets off timetable and also completes the dreaded task of being at the high school at 7:45 a.m. But it's all paid off here. And here is the Senior Jazz Band. Our first piece of the night is A Night in Tunisia. This track shows its composer's ambition to step away from the conventions of 1940s jazz. This is shown by the Afro-Cuban rhythm's innovative approach to harmony and melody, and by its departure from the standard walking bass line of that 1940s jazz. I know we're all really bored of 1940s jazz. This ain't it. Today, the song is recognized as one of the most influential tracks in the evolution of the modern jazz idiom, and has appeared on over 300 different albums. I'll now throw it over to the groovin' Senior Jazz Band with A Night in Tunisia. Yeah. Crunchy Frog. Bass and guitar kick off this original Gordon Goodwin chart. Crunchy Frog with a captivating rhythmic pattern before the full ensemble settles in with the funky melody. This complex, upbeat piece challenges the band to experiment with unique rhythms and face their fears in some awesome solos. Here is Crunchy Frog. Shocking stuff. Our penultimate song of the night, Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. This jazzified version of Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas touches the soul of Christmas in the winter season, spending time with family and friends, playing in the freshly fallen snow, cooking delicious food. I could go on, but instead, I'll let the band tell the story. A Merry Little Christmas. Do you know what happens if a piano falls down a mine shaft? A flat minor. Now, before the final song of the night, I'm going to pass this over to Mr. Johnstone for some closing remarks. But before I do that, I want to pose a riddle, a puzzle, if you will, an enigma. What does Mr. Johnstone have in common with Mercury at negative 269 degrees Celsius. They are both superconductors.
His $50 tips in the mail. Okay. Thank you very much. I know some of you are on night number 2, so I appreciate you for coming back. Couple quick thank yous. First of all, big thank you to our maintenance department. They're the ones who bring all this equipment down, and tomorrow we're going to bring it all back up, so a huge thank you to them. Thank you to John and Jen and all the staff who are making sure we're safe and well fed. Big thank you to everyone here at the Phoenix Theatre. Big thank you, of course, to the, I see some staff members in the audience, so big thank you to those who have come, and as well, there will be times when I'm like pulling kids to do things for concerts, and I always appreciate them being very flexible with their time. So thank you to all the staff at FNSS. We had lots, as you saw during break there was lots of students who sort of gave up their time to sort of help and make sure everything is set up. So a huge thank you to all of those students who helped make this run smoothly. And that does include, I know Mr. Nelson already mentioned it, but Thomas Goff was the one who took over Kiera's task of writing all these MC notes. And it takes a lot of work, as they find out. It's not just like, you write a one-page document. It can take a lot of hours, so a big thank you to Thomas for making sure that Mr. Nelson sounds really good. Special shout out to all of you for coming, for supporting your children. There's lots of options that they can do in Fort Nelson, whether it be dance or hockey or figure skating, things like that. And I do appreciate you giving them the opportunity, the gift of music, because this is something they'll take with them for the rest of their lives, even if they don't become professional musicians. That's obviously not our goal. There's a few of them. We do have Alex Taylor who went on. But generally, it's giving them the skills to be creative, to learn how to work as a team, and of course, to have a little bit of fun while doing that all. So a big thank you to you for driving them there at 7:45 in the morning. I know you're probably just as tired and cranky as they may be. So I do appreciate you getting them there so that we can make this happen. So a big thank you to all the parents up there. And an extra thank you if you're not a parent, you're just here to come listen to us. So thank you. I know Mr. Nelson alluded to it, but I'm going to make another plug. We have our musical coming up in the end of January. This year it's Aladdin Jr. This week we've got our pre-sales that are just for the cast. Next week it goes on sale to the general public. And I'll tell you right now, the Saturday night show, the middle section's already sold. So it's going to be a hot ticket, so make sure next week you get your tickets right away. They make a great gift. It's going to be a great show. We've got a great cast, so I'm looking forward to that. And that's at the end, I think it's January 25th and 6th, the Friday, Saturday. It's going to be full house for sure, so make sure you get your tickets early. All right, I'm going to pass it back over to the wonderful Mr. Nelson for our final... Did I forget something? Maybe I was going to. You don't know. Yeah. Mr. Nelson, can we give a big round of applause for doing this? I know it's always tricky now with a child at home and they're sort of the boss, so I do appreciate him giving him this evening to come and make us sound even better with his wonderful puns. I try and learn from the master, but have I gotten there yet? No. All right, I guess I'll keep working on my puns. That's what I'm hearing. So tomorrow, be ready. I'm just going to come prepared. And why is half my band class missing tomorrow? All right, now back to Mr. Nelson.
Thank you very much, Mr. Johnstone. Thank you, students. Our final piece of the evening, and our second cross-promotion, is entitled Crazy Little Thing Called Love. This classic pop tune by the world-famous band Queen, see Friday's movie, infects oneself with the need to dance. At least for me it does. So feel free to dance and sing along to Crazy Little Thing Called Love. And before I go, I want to thank you all for coming and have a wonderful, a safe, and a happy holiday. Okay, jazz band, take it away.